pandi are among the most beloved animals on Earth, with their small dark eyes and massive faces. It should be no surprise that such efforts are being made to rescue them from their endangered species label. The narrative is that the pandi are innocent and don't deserve their coming extinction, that we should do whatever necessary to save the species. But there is a much darker side to this story, one that until recently had been neglected by mainstream science. Evidence of this claim has become overwhelming to the point where we can now say with certainty that the pandi are not as innocent as they seem. The pandi are a valuable species. They are notoriously difficult to breed in captivity, and with deforestation devastating their natural habitat, it's possible they could go extinct within 3 generations. The WWF has committed to preventing this, with Vince McMahon once saying, "I would punch a panda right in the face." The comment caused huge backlash, resulting in his departure from the WWF. He now runs an LGBT-themed dance show called WWE. The WWF continue their work protecting Chinese forests, which doesn't necessarily resolve the other issue. Pandi are very particular about who they choose to mate with. That might not sound too bad, but you need to realize how ugly female pandi are. They may look cute and cuddly to us humans, but in the eyes of a male panda, it's just a train wreck. Female pandi and their dismal physical appearance may turn out to be a blessing. There are some who believe the species are unlike any other in the sense they pose a genuine threat to our existence. From the frontier of zoology, we now have insight into the terrifying nature of these animals. This is Dr. Gaylord Sinsberth Jr. His controversial theory puts forward the argument that every deadly disease known to man has been caused by pandi, that somehow they are the source of everything that kills us. But even more controversial than his theory is his proposed solution. In his own words, whether the pandi have knowingly been creating these diseases is unknown. What is known is that if disease is to be eradicated, so must the pandi. And so ever since his paper on the issue was published in 2022, debate over how best to tackle the panda disease question has raged. An organization was launched to determine this, the Institute of Panda Phucage, headed by Dr. Gaylord and involving researchers from every major Chinese university. It was 9 months before they decided the pandi need exterminating, and a further 17 minutes to determine the best method to do so. According to their report, the most humane way to eradicate the pandi is to beat them in their heads with bamboo. Propositions by the Institute were discussed at the UN General Assembly that year.
Любых государств в обход этого порядка нелегитимны и противоречат Уставу Организации Объединенных Наций, современному международному праву.
동북아에서도 EU와 같은 질서가 실현되기를 바랍니다.
当今世界仍有8亿人生活在极端贫困之中。
Clearly, there was no international consensus. Despite this, it's widely accepted that the pandi need to go. Here's the situation. The pandi exist all across the globe, yet only in China do they roam free. Elsewhere, they are contained in small quarantine areas known as zoos. To be absolutely safe, the Institute recommend these zoos be destroyed by nuclear weapons as to be sure none escape into surrounding areas. That's phase 1. Phase 2 is raising an army of bamboo-wielding Chinese people to systematically hunt pandi in the wild. That sounds pretty straightforward, but here's the thing. The Chinese government consider pandi to be people and afford them the same legal status as humans. Like other communist dictatorships, the Chinese government has consistently protected human rights. So beating pandi to death simply isn't an option yet. The Chinese government really do love the pandi. In fact, they use them for diplomacy. In what has been dubbed panda diplomacy, the animals have been gifted to Japan and America. This raises one big question. Do they know? Do the Chinese government know how deadly the pandi are? Because if they do, it's not diplomacy, it's biological warfare. Could China have been secretly waging war on the West this whole time? It's possible. So the question is, with the Chinese government protecting the pandi, how will we exterminate them? The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation have pledged $10 million for anyone who can provide the answer. As of yet, no one has claimed the money. Bill Gates and Gaylord Sinsberth are both powerful men, and so is Vince McMahon. Together, this trio may eventually rid us of these meddlesome pandi. I wanted to know what ordinary Chinese citizens think of the pandi, so we went to Beijing Airport to ask people. This is what they said.
We're headed out to Washington State, see the Olympic National Park.
We are going to Taipei.
We're going through southwest England mostly.
Well, I'm heading to Okinawa.
We're going home to Los Angeles.
I'm going home, India.
Every type of person going every place in the world, all attempting to get there the fastest way and the safest way. That's what aviation is.
The people of moderate circumstances can travel today all over the world. I think it's terrific.
I don't think I'll ever understand what makes an airplane stay up in the air, but...
It appears that on the journey to Beijing we fell into some kind of wormhole. On the other side we found ourselves in 1980s Virginia, and forgetting our question we asked people where they were going. We probably should have made a documentary about that, but the panda thing seemed more pressing. It's ironic how despite this war being entirely one-sided, it is the pandi whose numbers are declining. Perhaps instead of destroying them we should just wait. In Soviet fashion, locals have been cutting down trees in their natural habitat for years, but still the pandi reject all proposed peace deals. No matter how many are captured and interrogated, they tell us nothing. Matters are made worse by the fact that they all look exactly the same, so we have no idea who their leader is. Technologically speaking, they are yet to enter the Stone Age, and if Gaylord Since birth has his way, they never will.